So, a marriage event is a great way for a church to promote the value it has for young families, for families that are uh, starting off in the church. Maybe they have young kids, maybe teenagers, those type of things. Those are people that you want to build around when it comes to growing the church. They bring a lot of energy to the church. They volunteer, they donate, they invite people, they invite the parents of the kids that their kids know. So it's a really good strategy to invite these people and also help them feel welcomed within the church. So a marriage event is a great way to do that. By promoting that and showcasing that once or even twice a year, you're just investing into those marriages, making them stronger, and adding value to this group of people that can really help the church to build that core uh, of people that will volunteer and contribute in different ways. So it's a great way to do that, especially in the month of February. February is a relational month. So building marriages stronger is a good idea within the month of February. Having the promotions run maybe late January into February for maybe some sort of an event. Could be a one night event, could be a sermon series, it could even be maybe a 2 day conference. So, whatever that looks like for your church, uh, highlighting that, promoting it, promoting marriages is a good idea, especially in the month of February. This first design is very clean. It looks playful. It's got a nice fun element to it. There's layers to it. The design itself is very simple to manipulate and to change. There's a little bit of trickiness to it. You'll notice that these letters they're different within the word here. So there's a little bit of a trickiness to that. If you wanted to make those edits, I would ungroup the letters and then be able to go in there and change one letter. And then this one, I think there's two letters here. So you'll see it's broken down. The word marriage is broken down into like multiple um, letters, and then we just kind of put those together. So if you don't want to call it marriage conference, maybe you have a name for it. A lot of churches do maybe a simulcast or maybe some sort of prepackaged marriage event. You could basically break down the this word and change the letters to be whatever the name of the event is at your church. There's a little bit of a like tagline right here. It's not super important. It's more of a graphic element than it is important. Same thing up here. It's just this word marriage up here. You could, no matter what the name of your event, you could probably just leave that word uh, up there. People can kind of see what it says. It has a nice little graphic element to it. Kind of repeating it down here again. We've got the date and the time. We've got a theme going on right here. And the theme is kind of in here as well. So if you want to put a scripture or something like that, that could go in there very nicely. Each of these elements, or you can move them, and then this as well, you can kind of edit and move that. If it's not a conference, if it's an event, or maybe evening, or something like that, you can just make those edits right there in Canva. Let me just undo that for a second. And then if you needed to add a QR code, up in the corner here would be a good place, or down in the corner here would be a good place to add a QR code, maybe for a registration of an event. But all of it's very editable so that you can go in there and customize this event. Design number 2 is elegant but playful. It's got an elegance to it with the hands and the ring and those type of images in the background. But it's playful in that we've got this nice little circle, and then we have the title of the event right here. Let me break down this design so you'll understand how to make edits to it. If you go to position, you'll need to go into layers on this one to make edits. We wanted this shadow to be over the word conference. So if you did want to change that, maybe you're not doing a conference, maybe you're doing something different, I would just take that down a couple layers, change the name of the event. Maybe it's an evening, and then move that back up on top. Okay, so that's an easy way for you to make that change and that edit. So again, you have to go into the layers area to make that edit. If you wanted to move anything around, the words and everything should be layered on top. But if you needed to move like this, looks like an outline here, I would just move it up on top to where you can access it, and then you can move it around like that. So just wanted to show you the layers area over there so that you can make this design your own and add any information you need to add within there. This is just a effect right here where we're using the rounded effect right there. So if you needed to change that little tagline, you could do that right there in the effects area. This design has a very grand appearance to it. We're using the mountains. It's big. It looks grand. So if you want to communicate this idea of a vision, having a vision for your marriage, and it being big, and there being a journey ahead of you, this might be a really good fit to communicate that type of an idea. So this is all editable in Canva. If you wanted to make edits to it, you can select and make edits. You can change the name. You can manipulate all the different elements within this design. In the sides here, we have some graphic elements that are words, but still graphic element. So don't worry about making those readable. That's okay. Just leave it there. You can change the dates and add some information right here in the middle. And then this is a nice little tagline we've added right here. To edit this design, you'll notice the layers. We like to do these design in layers, so it gives it a more dynamic feel. There is this element. It's kind of a color element right here, and so if you wanted to make edits to this, you would just have to move this color element down a little bit lower in the layers panel, so then you can get in here to update that tagline circle. The circle is actually done in this effects area right here where we're creating a circle out of it. So you can kind of tweak that to be whatever you need it to be. So I think that's the only tricky thing within this design is we do have this color element overlapping just a bit to give a little bit of detail on top of that circle. Otherwise, everything's very straightforward to make edits to this design and customize it for your church's needs. A marriage event is just a great way to reach that target audience that's going to help the church to grow. You're investing into them, you're promoting it, you're making it well known within the church congregation that you value marriages. So having a marriage event, especially in the month of February, is a great idea. You're just riding the wave of what's on the top of people's minds, and it's a great way to grow your church.